Welcome to the Shoot podcast. If you don't know me, my name is Martin Depict. I'm a photographer, videographer based in Los Angeles. I have not done one of these in a very long time. Stick with me. I have filled in a lot of stuff in my life. I have started projects, not finished them. I have tried to start companies and gave up on them. But this is one thing that I do not want to give up on. It's sort of something that I see myself doing for myself. And this is sort of me getting my reps in with this. I don't necessarily believe that I'm the best at being in front of the camera talking, but I think with practice, I could become okay at it. I think there's this idea that, in order to put yourself out there on social media now, that you need to kill your ego. And I think there's some truth in that, but I think you also need to have such a big ego and believe in yourself to the point of insanity, because you have to do this no matter what. You have to do this through people saying horrible shit to you. You have to do this through bad thoughts and other outside noise creeping in. And that is the hardest thing for me to do. I told myself that I was going to show up as myself and not try to fit into anyone else's idea or box of me. If that's going to be true, then when I show up, sometimes there's going to be things that I'm going to want to talk about just to get off of my mind. Those things might not even make it to the final cut. I might cut that shit out, but I don't know if I would be true to myself if I did that. I don't think I have the biggest voice, but I don't see many other creators that look like me. And if I want to be honest and continue doing this, I need to do this not just for myself, but for other people out there that are struggling with this, are struggling with transitioning into putting themselves out there into social media. I've seen multiple TikToks of this already, but there's these videos of people saying, when you're a photographer, but you're also a creative director, you're also a videographer, you're also a video editor, a photo editor, you're also PR, HR, you're the head of marketing for your own company. That right now is the truest thing, not only for me, but also a lot of people on here that are trying to just find their audience. And to do that, I need to stay consistent and cut through the noise. And I need to do that for myself, because I think a sense of community is really important right now. So that said, I will try to do this once a week, maybe once every other week. I will try to be as consistent as possible. I'm working on a vlog right now, which should be uploaded to the channel soon. So I'm excited just to experiment here. So I need to be a little bit insane. I need to believe in myself, and we'll see what comes of it. So in this first episode, I think it's important to sort of touch on this community that I see myself being a part of on here. On YouTube, photographers, videographers, we pigeonholed ourselves. As much as I want to include Casey Neistat, I think he's way more of a writer and director. So I can't sort of include him in this sort of photographer, videographer world. Does he do product reviews sometimes? Yes. And I think that crossover is where a lot of people bring him in. But all we have right now as photographers and videographers on here, on YouTube, are the product reviews, are the more technical stuff, are the full manuals to your camera or your lens or this little thing. And I don't know where we need to go from here, but I know that we need to switch it up. There's a few creators out there that I think are doing a really good job at trying new things, like a creator named Sir, who is a Latino creator on here, who has gone viral for his videos that he does on his Fuji, and has now transitioned into taking film photos and documenting his photography through sort of like documentary style videos that don't really necessarily have a voiceover. It's all visual storytelling. And if you don't know who he is, I'll go ahead and tag his channel below. It's amazing. I highly recommend his channel. There's also Jason, I think I might mispronounce his last name, but I think his last name is Cumberfelt. He also goes by Grainy Days here on YouTube, and His videos are also really awesome. Just hour-long documentary-like videos of him going on these photo trips where he goes and takes film photography and then shows the developed photos as he's taking those images. It's just an awesome way to storytell that process, especially, and his voiceover is amazing. It's hilarious. He's funny. So again, that's another person that I highly recommend. Volandis is another creator on here who started as a photographer and then has fully become a cinematographer now. Like if he's not working on a movie now, he should be working on a movie. And someone that visually can sort of tell a story better than almost anyone else that I can think of. He's another one that I highly recommend. But those are just three that I can think of that are trying something different than the norm. And you know what? I might even also throw Jared Poland in there as well. He does a lot of camera news, which I think is what his channel is best known for. He also does a lot of camera reviews and product reviews as well for lenses and stuff like that. He's probably the truest when it comes to photography, in the sense of he's not a videographer or a cinematographer. He just takes photos, and that's what he's been doing for the last however many years that he's been doing it. I think within those four people, there's the spectrum of purists to the people that like do photography only, to the people that have completely transitioned to cinematography, which would probably be Volandis on the other end. And in between those four, there's a bunch of other people. There's Manny Ortiz, there's Peter McKinnon. All of them have something in common. You know, they all have a camera in their hand probably every day. So if I'm being honest with myself, where do I land in that? Could I do hour-long videos on my trips that I go on for work? Probably, but I just couldn't, switch that work brain off. I'm very much of I need to concentrate on one thing at a time. If I'm trying to work for someone and then also create content for myself, I see that being very difficult. Am I going to try? Probably. I'm probably going to still try and do it, but it's going to be difficult to turn one side of my brain off and turn another part of my brain on. Obviously, I think I'm the only one that shoots like OnlyFans content, which is, different. And I think people see creators that do that as maybe not real creators. Maybe they see us as, pervs. And that's one of the reasons why I was afraid to come back. I think the thought of people judging me and thinking of me in that way was very scary. Because to judge me without knowing me is crazy. And I think through this channel, I want to just continue to put myself out there and be authentic to myself. And hopefully I don't have to worry about that. But we'll see. We'll see what people say. We'll see if people agree with me or not. I think that's a big part of the reason why I haven't posted a lot of photos on Instagram at all. A lot of it is because I can't. The clients that I work with own the images that I take, as they rightfully should. I think that's what puts me apart from other photographers that do this, is that I sign my full rights away of those images to the model, and the model can then do whatever she wants with those images. I don't want to ever hold anyone back from making money or feel like I have a say in how they're selling that type of content, because I know that it's very personal to them, and I wouldn't be true to myself if I stepped in and said, well, this is how I think you should do it. That's not who I am. That's not who I think I will ever be. And if someone wants like advice in that field, I work with really successful models that have been able to make a really good living doing it. And I think a lot of them are good people. So That's also another thing, is that I will never judge someone based on how they present themselves online. I think I can only judge someone how they're presenting themselves to me. And I'm going to go ahead and add an asterisk to that, because if you are someone who is online just actively rage baiting or wanting to push a very negative narrative that will hurt people and actively cause someone else hurt, that's probably something that I can't stand for. There's been times where I say no to working with people because I don't think that I would align with them when it comes to personal views. There's certain things that I can't ignore, and I am proud of myself for that. That's not who I am. I will never sell myself out for something that I don't believe in. But if you're a camera company and you want to send me some shit, and I can maybe find a few nice things to say about your product, but I don't think I will lie. If it's not great, I don't think I can say that it's great. But and circling back to what I was talking about, that sort of like where I fit in line, I need to figure that out for myself. I just know that we are not diversifying. We are doing the same shit. And despite the outliers being the ones that I named, all of us are doing the same camera reviews. We're all promoting the same products. And I don't know if that's necessarily best for what we want people to view us as. I think here's the thing with this sort of genre that we're stuck in. I think we'll only be viewed as those sort of technical nerds. And no one has really broken out of the technical aspect of what we do, because so much of what we do is technical, but so much of what we do is also feeling. It's also creating a mood, looking for the right light. I'm very much a commercial photographer in the fact that I get hired to take a bunch of photos, not just one look. Every time I go on these photo trips, I'm taking at least 60 looks of images, and we're all cramming it into a couple of days. So no look gets more than 30 minutes at the most. So we're constantly moving. I'm running and gunning. I'm shooting as much as I can. So I'm not the photographer that's like waiting for the right moment all the time, because we're moving so fast that I don't have time to wait for the right moment. But my batting average is high because I'm able to deliver on every single look that we shoot. So that said, I think like my mentality when it comes to photography is way different. If I'm getting hired to only shoot one look and I have one whole day to shoot one whole look, I am trying to figure out what, storytelling, lighting, mood, different scenes within the same location that we can shoot of the same look. And then once you put yourself in that mindset, it sort of becomes like a movie, but with photos. And I think that is beautiful in a way. And I think that's why a lot of us come onto YouTube, is that we want to maybe vicariously live through someone else for a little bit and see, oh, how's this person get this project done, or how does this person shoot this? The fact is that I think I have enough experience under my belt to know that there's probably 100 different ways to shoot something, and it really depends on three things. One is the budget, two is the person that I'm working with, and three is the location. If I have a really high budget, we're getting the fucking shot no matter what. I will pay for the best location possible. I will pay for the best model available, and we will get the fucking shot. Guaranteed. I will guarantee that. If we just have a great model, I've been in situations where I don't know what we're shooting, but I know that we have a great model. I show up to a studio, maybe she comes with a couple outfits, and we create really cool stuff just based off of bouncing our energy off of each other. We're just, She is posing a certain way. I'm giving her a little bit of direction, but it's mostly just collaborating in that sense. When I say locations, I don't think it has to be with a person in the shot. It could just be somewhere that you want to go and really take a photo of. Like I have a couple bucket list shots that I want to take that I'm actually doing next month. So I'm really excited for that trip, and I will for sure be documenting that and bringing you guys along. So I'm really excited for that. But again, I think I veered off track. I don't know what's next for this community, to be honest. Our community does things and then we run those trends into the ground. Like there's like just to like give you guys a few, like remember string lights? Like every photographer has worked with string lights, and like we all have those shots. Smoke bombs is also another thing, like just taking a photo of people holding those canisters with a bunch of smoke coming out of it. It's crazy. I mean, I can go on and on. But my point is that we need help. We need to sort of like differentiate a little bit more. I'm not saying that you can't be inspired by something. I think a lot of my early work is heavily inspired by other photographers, and that is okay. I think a lot of photographers take inspiration from other photography, and that's how you sort of develop your own eye. And I will always stand behind that. And I think it's important if you want to, go take a photo with some string lights somewhere and practice, and just to be able to do it is very important. I think we all need to just sort of figure something out, myself included. I think, especially coming onto here, the big question is, how am I going to differentiate myself? How am I going to be different? I've done the product reviews. I've done the what's in my bag, and I will probably do them again because I think it's something that fills time in videos. And I think now videos are longer. There's this YouTube channel that I follow called Daily Dose of Internet. He posted something that I thought was very interesting, and I had to go look up if it was true. And it is true. He posted pretty much every YouTuber is increasing the video length of their videos to anywhere between 15 minutes to over an hour long. YouTube is the most viewed streaming platform on TV, way more than Netflix. Over 62% of my viewers only watch my YouTube videos on TV. If you're wondering why your favorite YouTubers are making such long videos now, this is why. It's crazy that on one platform your videos just need to be a minute long, and then on another platform they need to be over an hour. Viewer retention is a thing. Optimizing the viewer retention is a thing. Making sure that you don't lose people's eyeballs in the first 10 seconds of the video. Man, it gives me a headache thinking about that stuff. I need to get comfortable creating shit first before I can think about optimizing it. Like, I'm not even there yet. I'm not even at the point where I can, create it and tweak it. I'm still focusing on getting my mentality right to want to even put this out. And I think a lot of us as creators will say fuck all that shit because we want our shit to feel and look a certain way. We want it to be aesthetically pleasing. We want it to be visually pleasing. If we're constantly cutting things, I think this is obviously different as a podcast, and I think like I'm going to cut the shit out of this, but if it's a movie or a more creative video, it needs to have a beat. It has to flow, and that flow is very important to us as a creative, and that's okay. So I'm going to be trying a couple different things. I think the photo trips are one thing. Vlogs are another thing. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do over an hour long. That sounds crazy. But we'll see. I'm happy to just do like 2 vlogs and 2 podcasts a month. I think that's cool. I think doing more than that is pushing it. It's definitely pushing it. I think especially for me, because I'm having to edit 675 photos a month still. I'm clipping 200 plus videos for Reels and TikTok. It's a lot of work on top of what I already have. So I'm just excited. I'm excited to be here. As negative as I've been, I'm excited to try to figure out where I fit into this. And I'm excited to maybe put some thoughts into your guys' head onto where this community needs to go from here. So yeah, that's all I have to say for today's episode. If you're someone that has been rocking with me for a long time, I appreciate you so much, and thank you for watching. And if you're someone new that just found this podcast, come back soon. There'll probably be a lot more stuff on here. Maybe watch some of my older videos so you get a better sense of the tutorials and product reviews that I've done. But yeah, I mean, it's good to be back, and I'm excited to see where this takes me. But I'll see you guys soon, and until then, keep shooting. Peace.